everybody that needs protection. So looking at the products, firstly I'd like to start with the FFP range. So FFPs are filtering face pieces, and the ones we're looking at, really, they protect you from particulates. You can get that in 3 different levels: P1, P2 and P3. P3 being the highest level of protection, P1 being the lowest. This really works like sieves in terms of the filter. The smaller the holes, the more that it will filter. The higher the level of protection, but also the harder it is to breathe through the filter. Making a P1 filter is relatively easy. The difference that you really start to see in quality comes when you start using P3s. P3s are there to protect you against carcinogenics, silica dust, MDF wood, hardwoods, etc. Moldex, as I say, blow all of our own filters. We're constantly trying to make sure that our filters are the easiest to breathe through. So low breathing resistance makes it more comfortable for the wearer, and also makes it easier to get a good fit. What Moldex do is we blow our filter, we then create a cup shape, as we believe the cup shape is the right shape for the fit of the face. There's lots of other shaped masks out there, but we believe that the cup shape is the best fit. When we put the mesh on the mask to help create the cup, then our mesh is very soft and flexible. Other people's meshes are much more rigid, so they don't move and mold to the individual's face shape in the same way that ours does. Around the edge of the filter we have a slightly different material. This is called Actiform. What that does is it heats up and molds to the individual's face shape without having to have a big seal on the inside to get it to fit. On this particular model we also have a comfort nose piece to make it more comfortable to wear, but we don't have any metal nose pieces in our masks. Lots of masks have a metal nose piece that they're asking people to then pinch to shape. A lot of people put that on incorrectly, pinch it as hard as they can and end up creating a gap around the top. Then when they're breathing in, air, including the hazardous substance that they're trying to protect themselves from, will also go in through that gap, because air always goes for the area of least resistance. With our nose area, again, the mask does the work for you and it moves and molds to the individual's face shape. The mesh on the front is also very durable. You can do whatever you want with it really, and it will just go back to the original shape. So you know you're getting the same shape, same fit every single time you get one out of the box. The valve on the Moldex masks is unique. As I said earlier, we were the first company to put a valve on a mask. The design of this actually came from a gas mask from the First World War, when the valve came down longer. Our valves are there to open up to allow hot moist air come out of the mask, again making it more comfortable for the individual wearing the product. But our valves operate at a lot less pressure than most others on the market, so you don't have to breathe as hard to get it to operate to allow the hot moist air to come out. The mask I've shown you there is the mainstay for Moldex, but we've always looked to drive things forward, and we realised we needed smaller FFPs available because there are many more women in the workplace and the standard mask wasn't fitting correctly. To do this, we looked first of all at removing some of the filter and just making a smaller product. But when we did that, we found that the breathing resistance increased to a level that either wasn't comfortable or didn't pass the standards required. That's why we developed our airwave technology. So this is a pleated filter. This means that there's an awful lot of surface area in this compared to the standard mask, and that lowers the breathing resistance. The more filter you have, the lower the breathing resistance, the more comfort for the wearer. We could then make a standard mask with airwave filtration, but then remove some of that to make a smaller product. This makes us different from other people. We were the first company to make sized FFPs. Others that have tried to make sized products since actually rely on a big seal and cutting off there using a seal technology. But that means that the person wearing the mask still has a big mask on the front of their face, which becomes uncomfortable very quickly. Our small FFP, without the use of a seal, has all the same technologies in the first mask. So you have your Actiform around the edge. You don't have a big seal in there to create a fit. It fits well anyway. You have the Duramesh, so it is soft and flexible. The pleated filter means that it's super low breathing resistance and it stays lower for longer. It does make the mask a little bit more rigid, however, and so recently we have developed and changed the mesh slightly, whereby hopefully we will bring this to market soon, where it's even more flexible again to help achieve more comfort for the wearer.